Okay. Try this again. Yeah, this was not a normal thing to happen. This was not like this was this had to have been professional. Desert Armory and more. Hello, yes. Oh, you think it was? You think it was Desert Armory and more? Do you have any like special knowledge of? Because they got like I believe it was from 200 yards away on a roof is where the shot came from, and yeah, it's just unbelievable, just totally incomprehensible. See, check this out. TP Action. This is the Turning Point's political action committee arm, like the political arm of TPUSA. No, I did go to therapy today. But what I was trying to say before I was cut off was that my therapist and my therapist, she said that she was getting texts all day, on her Apple Watch, and, saying something about, like, she's like, oh yeah, they were saying something about, like, Charlie Kirk, like, they were, like, trying to shoot him or something, and I'm like, no, they assassinated him, and her face just fell, and it was just like, she was just like, what? Could not believe it. Come to find out, her daughter, actually goes to a Turning Point school. So, I mean, it's just horrendous. Like, I didn't know before this, I didn't know for sure she was a conservative, but I suspected that she was something like that because, she commented on my Make America Healthy Again shirt, and she's like, yes, love the shirt. You just saw the gospel message he gave right before he was shot that a brother in Christ posted on his Facebook page. Hey, Tex. Yeah, we lost a great patriot today. This right here, this is why you're seeing all these leftists, all of these disgusting, deranged, lunatic freaks. This is why I'm celebrating his death. Oh, wow, that's something that she was getting those messages from her daughter about the shooting. I know. And her sons are older, like in their 20s, and they're fans of Charlie too. Yeah, he was a great patriot. I'm definitely fortunate to have met him. Yeah, I did hear that. I mean, I've seen the public reporting on Twitter and such that there were some people that he's made angry, shall we say. And I mean, people are definitely able to do some pretty terrible things. Yeah, it was a great photo. And this is the message that you'll get consistently from people. So, like I was saying before, when when he followed me, right? Like this is after he followed me. I asked him about this, my Sunday school. I basically just took notes on this video of Charlie Kirk speaking to a pastor on why Christians need to be engaged in politics. And so I basically just messaged him my notes, and I'm like, hey, can you, or my Sunday school is gonna be talking about this tomorrow. Like, you know, what should I say to them to be the most persuasive? And this is what he told me. If you drink deep from the streams of freedom, you'll eventually find its source, Jesus. We are love slaves to Jesus, meant to be free from fear, free from sin, and free from the religiosity of our elites. And so that was like, okay, so because I had posted these notes too on Twitter, and so Charlie obviously saw it, and I don't even think that I tagged him, but he saw it, and so he liked it. I mean, I actually don't know if he runs his own Twitter account, but I feel like this is not something that his assistant would say. What's up, Mario Delgado? Yeah, Alpha 2A. Yeah, and this is why. And this is why. Okay? This is why you're hearing all of this hatred from the left. C.S. Lewis said, "My prayer is that when I die, all of hell rejoices that I am out of the fight." So that's what you're hearing right now. The left is rejoicing that Charlie Kirk is out of the fight. But we have to avenge him. We have to live our lives like Charlie Kirk would have wanted. And that is to what he would want for all of us, okay? He would want for all of us to be free Americans and to put America first. And but above all, he would want us to put our faith and put our trust in Jesus. that is what Charlie Kirk would want, and that is the only way that we can avenge him is by living our lives. Yeah, evil persists when good men do nothing. True. Okay, but in reality, the gospel message will be even stronger now, for they can never get rid of the word of God just because they try to silence one believer. No, that's true. That's true. I agree. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, that's what you're hearing. Like, we don't need to do this, like, posturing about, like, oh, well, it's really the gospel. Like, okay, yes, but, like, that's not what we're talking about right now. And it's just disrespectful to, it's just disrespectful. Like, just have some respect for Charlie Kirk's memory. And yeah. I downed a 200 milliliter flask of brandy this afternoon, and I rarely drink. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Today was sickening and horrific. I know. Yeah, thank you, John Jones. Hello. Yeah, I just wanted to open up this, this stream so that people could have a place to come and share their memories of Charlie Kirk, or whatever they would like to share. Isaiah 59:17 and Luke 22:36. Let's see, I have my Bible right here. I can actually look those up right now, because I don't know them off the top of my head. See here, Luke 22. Okay, he said to them, if you have a purse, take it, and also a bag. And if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, sell your cloak and buy a sword and put on your garments of vengeance. Yeah. True. Yeah, you see all these people who are like, well, the vengeance is the Lord's. Well, the civil magistrates are commanded to bear the sword of justice. So, I wish I had known more about Charlie before all this happened, but I am starting to know about who he was and so forth. Yeah. Yeah, Charlie, he was definitely a beloved figure. I knew a lot about him. Okay, in Isaiah 59, Okay, where's Isaiah? Psalms, Proverbs. I know the prophets are after the Psalms. Okay, Isaiah 59, 17. Okay. He put on righteousness as his breastplate and the helmet of salvation on his head. He put on the garments of vengeance and wrapped himself in zeal as in a cloak. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's, okay, so that's the garments of verse. Okay, got it. Ephesians 6, 10 through 18, put on the whole armor of God to stand against spiritual forces of evil. Yeah. Yeah, more than ever, that's what we're up against. Yeah, it's absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. And then you got other people like Nick Fuentes, who's gone after Charlie Kirk a lot. I really hope that this makes him like rethink some of the things that he said about Charlie Kirk, and especially if who some people think is behind the assassination is really behind it. If they're really behind it, like, that'll definitely make him rethink his positions on Charlie Kirk, and maybe he was wrong about Charlie this whole time. I mean, personally, I've always defended Charlie Kirk. Like, always. Like, you know, he was starting to platform, not just like starting to, but like he was platforming like a lot of anti-Zionists. So like Dave Smith, Tucker, you know, all these people. Like, I don't know if, you know, like he was always friends. Like, he continued to be friends with Candace Owens. Despite like every single person ever smearing her as anti-Semitic. So I know his wife and 2 kids. They were 20 feet. Were they really? I didn't know that they were there. I didn't know that they were with him when that happened. Oh my gosh, how horrible. I know. I wish that God would have spared him. They were there and saw everything. Wow, that's insane. That's so sad. Where did you hear that? Because I didn't see that. Hi Nathan. I know, Alex R. It really is. It's so sad. It's such a tragedy. He was a great American, a great patriot. We will always remember him. I listen to his show every day. Like, literally every day. I know, Nathan. I know. Exactly. He was. See, the thing is, I I kind of think so. He did kind of like a struggle session with some students at the recent Student Action Summit. He did like a focus group with very leading questions, like oh, you guys aren't anti-Semitic, right? You just might not like everything their government does, but you're not anti-Semitic, right? Like that kind of thing. And so yeah, and I mean, you might just think that Proudyfoot, you said he wasn't a good person, but he didn't deserve this. Well, first of all, screw you. Like, sorry, but like oh, he wasn't a good person. Why? Why wasn't he a good person? Because he said that men can't be women, or he said that babies in the womb deserve life, or he said that some really radical statements. Yeah, Nathan, that is pretty obvious. True. Trump's message from the Oval Office tonight was very telling. The flags of the armed forces were in the background. That's not a coincidence. Wow. Wow. He said gun violence is okay as long as we can keep our guns. How did that work out for him? You are literally a disgusting person, Proudyfoot. You're a disgusting. Hi, Osier Blue. Hi. Yeah, no, you're a disgusting person. Charlie Kirk, let me tell you, like, he would not say, like, despite this, he would not say that law-abiding citizens should have to give up their guns because a criminal killed him. Because criminals are super well known for respecting laws, right, Proudyfoot? Isn't that right? Get real. Get real. What a loser. Yeah, this was the most recent time that I saw Charlie Kirk. It was at one of the I think it was like the one of the last ballot chasing events, and Tyler Boyer was there too. YouTube was glitching at 5 o'clock because they were scrubbing videos of MSNBC saying he deserved it. A major news outlet advocating murder. Yeah, of course. I have guns legally, but when gun control happens, it's me who suffers, not criminals. I know. Right. It's only the people who are legal gun owners so that they can be terrorized by criminals. It's disgusting, and people like this Proudyfoot person should be absolutely ashamed of themselves for their disgusting rhetoric and their disgusting opinions, and their just general like horribleness. Like, you're a terrible person, Proudyfoot. Yeah, thank you, Quack Attack. Thank you. You live in Canada. Oh, wow. Oh, that sucks, Nathan. Proudy Foot wouldn't say crap face to face. I mean, you know, to a disabled woman, like, he probably would. To me. Yeah, Mute Mime. It is pretty cool. It was amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I was super happy to have met him. The Elias. Yes, I do like him. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I will always remember Charlie Kirk. I will always hold him in my heart. What happened to Charlie? He was assassinated. Charlie Kirk was assassinated today. Funny how they have to put their 2 cents and run away. Speaking of people like Proudyfoot. Yeah, well, I mean, he is actually, he's still here, but yeah, it did seem like he was running away, but I guess not. I just now found out about this. I really respected the guy. He really put himself in the face of all that pressure, was still able to articulate himself with sensibility. Yeah, Elias, I know, it's so sad. It's so sad. You wouldn't say crap to me. Yeah. Probably not. Quack Attack. I mean, depending on what you look like, right? If you're a 6'5", you know, descendant of the Nephilim, like Charlie Kirk said that he was, because that was a joke, but obviously. I know. He was a nice guy. Yeah, I met him. I met him on several different occasions. I've emailed with him. I've messaged him before. And he has messaged me back. He was genuinely like a wonderful person. Yeah, Christopher, he did. He owned the libs. He owned some libs, for sure. That wasn't to me. What wasn't to me? Oh, no, I know. Parasocial sympathy? What are you even talking about? Have you never genuinely admired someone or like genuinely like looked up to someone? Like, how ridiculous. That's not parasocial anything. Like, it's called you looked up to a public figure. Like, what are you even talking about, Proudyfoot? Like, what? Like, genuinely, what is wrong with you? Hey, Maverick. I know, R.I.P. Charlie. I know. Yeah, Frank, I agree. It's truly just, it's horrible. It really is. They couldn't debate him, so they shot him, literally. Proudyfoot admires Stalin. Probably. Billy Fish Sticks. Yeah, the videos are horrible. They're insanely, like, horrific. Liberals don't care. They're for worse than I thought they would be. No, much worse than the left would be, in fact. No, I don't think, well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, this is liberal, like, this is how liberals are. This is how liberals always have been. They can pretend that they're not for this, but they are. Like they want to kill people. Oh my gosh, the fake ones, yeah. When they lose an argument, they go straight to slander and then violence. I think that was Socrates. Yeah. Yeah, they secretly love this. They do. Absolutely, Frank. Absolutely. They aren't liberals in the sense of the word liberal just means free. Well, liberal actually means more something closer along the lines of like excessive. Like, yeah, they're awful. They're just genuinely horrible. No, this is progressive. We need to actually like more return to tradition. Look up what he said about Pelosi's husband getting attacked. You literally have no idea what you're talking about. You're literally just brainwashed, dude. You're just brainwashed. And you're you're just dishonest. That's probably more what it is. You're dishonest. They're closer to fascist. They're like communist. Like fascism is probably closer to what's necessary to stop them. I know, AF, good company, I agree. Yes. Yeah, a return to tradition would definitely be preferable to what we're seeing now. JMO, yes, they do. Yeah, in the 50s, yeah, no, we did not see this in the 50s, that's for sure. Most people are independents at heart. Yeah, Michael, yeah, that like being an independent is stupid. You have to pick a side. Because that's just how our system is. They're threatening more right-wing leaders. I know. I don't know necessarily. I don't know necessarily if it was a liberal nut. As Nathan Hazelhurst said, there were some certain places that he was being critical of lately, and he was so influential with the youth that, like, with Gen Z and like 18 to 29-year-olds ish, Like, he was so influential with these people that if he could get them to turn, like, if not get them, but if he turned against certain places, then they would too, and they already are a lot. Could have been a groper. That's possibly. They do hate Charlie Kirk. Even though they keep saying like, oh, we're praying for Charlie, and like Nick Fuentes, like, oh, we're praying for Charlie, like, this is such a nightmare. It's like, okay, you're the one who's initiating this like groyper war against Charlie Kirk and like against JD Vance, and I don't know, this whole thing, like, I was interested in a lot of like what he was saying, but like now that this happened to Charlie Kirk, like, and he's saying all these things like, oh, like, maybe I shouldn't have said that, like, not saying that he shouldn't have said it, but he's saying like, oh, this is such a nightmare. And it's just like, okay, like, you wanted to debate Charlie Kirk, like, obviously he didn't want to kill him, but someone was trained. How did they get on the roof? Yeah, exactly. How did they get on the roof? Why were there fall guys in place already? You can disagree with someone's views and not want them dead. True. Yeah, but it's, like, that's kind of, like, we just hear that said so much. It's just so obvious that I'm not interested in that point, to be honest with you. Because it's just so obvious. The left called Charlie a fascist genocider and regularly threatened him at debates. Yeah, I know. They're absolutely horrible. They're just terrible. There are hundreds of cameras at that campus. The cops should know who it was by now. Yeah, it's totally, like, everything about this is so suspicious. And Utah, of all places, Utah is not that right wing, dude. Like, Mitt Romney came from there. The governor of Salt Lake is Spencer Cox. The governor of Utah. I mean, not of Salt Lake, but. And this isn't a symptom that plagues both sides. Yeah. If we're talking to, like, if we're gonna be like, oh, both sides, like, no, like, you're a freaking moron if you're saying both sides. Like, no, you're an absolute moron. There is a lot of infighting on both the right and the left. That's why I'm an independent. Yeah, well, you're also a faux intellectual. Both sides have been radical for the last 60 years. Both sides. Yeah, this is where you, like, libertarians and, like, independents and, like, whatever the heck you think you are, which you're not, because it's not a real thing. You're either one or the other. You're either good or you're evil. So independents are soft, real. Yes, hit 777. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Michael, you're a clown. So true. All I have watched the last years for entertainment is political discourse. This has been a long time coming. This was seen from miles out. I mean, yeah, but it's like, I mean, it's still shocking when it finally happens, even if it seems like it's gonna happen. And I mean, Charlie Kirk, he was one of my favorites. He was one of the best. He was one of the best at what he did. He was so hardworking. I mean, it's really just a tragedy. My headache is really getting worse, you guys. Yeah, definitely still shocking. Definitely. Exactly. They did it because he was too effective. I know. I know. Yeah. And again, if he started to turn against certain places, like the whole youth probably would have turned against him too. Even though they already were. He is a legend at the end of the day, a better man than I. Yeah, I know, right? Skinheads in the 90s, the 80s and 90s. Hey Dominic. No, he is a legend. Let's see here, moderates in the early 2000s, and now the radical leftists. Think about it. Think about it. Yeah, that's what we call faux intellectualism. Pseudo-intellectual nonsense. What did you watch American History X and come up with that assessment, Michael? These psychotic leftists will continue. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they probably will. I mean, apparently in Trump's message, I didn't notice this. I didn't notice this, but apparently he had the flags of the armed forces behind him. Dominic, if you're not outraged over Charlie Kirk's death, then I don't know what to tell you. You're probably a deranged freak and a lunatic. There has been agendas for decades now by both sides. Oh yeah, both sides. Only one side is going around killing people, but yeah, both sides are equally bad. Are you an idiot? Are you so, like, how do you even get dressed in the morning? How do you even tie your shoes? Being that stupid. Gosh. Drink some water, Kazoo. We don't know who assassinated Mr. Kirk. As Christians, let us take vengeance in Christ. That vengeance is the Lord. Human vengeance is full of sin. So this is not vengeance. This is like the civil magistrates need to bear the sword justly. Obviously, there needs to be a fair trial, okay? A fair trial with justice swiftly executed. So, like, you don't sound smart like you think you do. I just watched an amazing podcast with an ex-satanic priest, and they're affecting the media and liberal beliefs, especially concerning abortion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's totally true. Yeah, abortion is a totally demonic satanic practice. Yeah, okay, Michael. Well, so we know that you're a degenerate. We know this is what we know about you, Michael. You're so stupid that you can't even tie your shoes. Um, we know that you're a fence sitter. What's gonna happen to you as a fence sitter? Think about that. And we know that you're a degenerate as well. Yeah, Christopher, true. There must be consequences to the media peddling lies and BS, brainwashing people. True. He says, yeah, I couldn't believe how deep it was into the California media. All media. Yeah, the up close video is really, really awful. Oh, religious propaganda, climate change, radical leftist feminism, etc. Well, most of those are left-wing things, except for when you say religious propaganda. I'm assuming that you mean like Christianity or something, which that just lets me know that you're more dumb than I thought. Yes, all media in general, but the occult leadership are huge with hundreds of thousands of people. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Religion and spirituality are not the same. Oh, okay. So you can so you can go play with your tarot cards and crystals, but if you believe in if you read the Bible and believe in Jesus, then but that's propaganda, right? That's just, oh, you're just being brainwashed not to live and let live, man. Most Christians I know hate the church. Well, then they hate the bride of Christ, and they're probably not Christians then. Yeah, it was really awful seeing the up close videos and pictures of how I know. It is extremely graphic. Yeah, I did meet Charlie Kirk several times. So you can see this one. You can see this one and this one. So, yeah. I would stay away from any stuff regarding tarot as part of dark magic. I know. Yeah, I agree. JMO, I agree with you. Dominic is a sadistic lunatic. Very true. Very true. Those that hate Christianity are the bottom of the barrel, complete fools. I know. If you hate the church, then you hate the bride of Christ. Like, no, he didn't deserve that at all, obviously. Yeah, Dominic, you need to go and you need to repent. The church is considered idolatry. Oh, guys, pack it up and go home. Christianity has been disproven by this Reddit atheist who says that the church is idolatry. There is another. Okay, so this is an example of a person who's celebrating his death. Hey, Kiva Gaming. Who said I'm an atheist? Who said you're an atheist? Oh, well, functionally you are if you deny Christ. You're an atheist. Doesn't really matter what you believe at that point. Yeah, Kiva. I mean, but like, the FBI supposedly caught 2 different people, like 2 or 3 different suspects, and then released them because they got the wrong guy, apparently. I respect all people's beliefs, but there's no need for us to attack each other. Surely we can have an adult conversation. I don't care about I don't really care what these people believe. If they believe stupid things, they need to be called out for it. Oh, if I had $1 for every God hater that told us to go home or get a job, I would be rich. Yeah. They will catch them, flock cameras. Well, they should have already had. They should already have this person, like, from all the camera footage, like. Bit too confrontational for their own entertainment. I think this will eventually lead to civil war. It's only getting worse. I hope not. I mean, I'm not a Christian, but I do encourage Christian values, and I do encourage people to seek out Christian enough stupid things. So anyone who has a different opinion is stupid. Isn't that a leftist tactic? I don't really care what you think. You're not doing like you don't have you would not be able to do what's necessary. So if the other side doesn't want debate, they don't want debate. Charlie Kirk was the last guy who was a debater. He was the last guy, and that died with him. So he is a martyr. He is a martyr, and people are not going to like what comes after him. I would assume. Yes, Michael is here to create drama. There's not a million more Charlies. I don't know what you're talking about. The left never wants to debate. They are emotional thinkers. Perhaps he should be hidden, lol. Unfortunately, there are a million more Dominics. Right. You look like a hobbit next to him. He's 6'5". I know. He's 6'5". MAGA Nazi. See, that's exactly the rhetoric. That's exactly the rhetoric that got him killed. So, Dominic, I hope you realize that you're partially responsible for his death. I support many beliefs. I like Hinduism, Buddhism, anything that's peaceful. Of course, I'm a Christian first, and I'm not a big fan of Islamist beliefs and teachings. Yeah, no, you can't support Hinduism and Buddhism if you're a Christian. Why would you support a religion that's sending people to hell? What are you talking about? You like damned religions that will send people to condemnation? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. It's ironic because the left's cognitive dissonance makes them bling that they are fascists. So stupid, these people. He is pretty tall, so you must be around 5'4" or 5'5". Yeah, I'm 5'4". I'm sick of I'm sick of this. I'm so sick of this. It's just like, like, what do you do? Buddhism and Hinduism came before the Jewish faith. I don't really care. Like, I don't care. Yeah, DF, there is a Nintendo Direct this Friday. I find Hinduism and Buddhism to be quite positive. I'm a Christian, as I mentioned, but Jesus taught us to respect other people and their beliefs. You clearly have no idea what Jesus taught, apparently. Yeah, Jesus taught us the truth. No, he doesn't say to respect everyone and respect everyone's religion. He says to judge righteously. Yeah, DF, I would definitely expect that. You come off as an SJW. Because I'm not a libertarian? Because I'm not like a cucked libertarian? Like, no. I'm Buddhist from Hindu majority country, and it's peaceful here, no discrimination on any basis. Hi, Tapu. The Sewing Circle Christians, I don't believe in Hindu, but I support their right to be Hindu. We don't want Hindu temple here. We don't want Islam here. I agree. Totally. Are religious people cucked? Some of them, clearly. Hi, Josh. One of the few women left that isn't brainwashed. Jesus, I always thought Jesus taught us to respect others. I mean, not really. Hey, what's up, Tasty Tea? Christopher Morgan, what's up? It's not. Yeah, all this tolerance is why Europe is screwed. So true. Wow, you met Kirk. I did, yes. Multiple times, actually. So here's one, here's another one, and here's another one. I'm thankful to be the spiritual type. Yeah, no, I mean, that'll still send you to hell, though. He didn't teach us to endorse false religions, sending people to hell. Exactly. Yes, exactly, 100%. Hindus and their 8-armed demonic shit, yeah. Europe was invaded by Christianity. They were tolerant towards the Roman Empire, so why not the new brew? Are you serious? You mean the Roman Empire that was literally burning Christians alive and feeding them to lions and persecuting them and other what are you even talking about? Are you sorry, Michael, but like, are you retarded? Canada is getting Hindu temples built everywhere now. Oh my gosh. Well, they were building statues of these demons in Texas. North Europe was pagan before they were into Christianity. Okay, what's your point? I'm sorry, guys, but I could love Jesus and respect other people's beliefs. I don't give an F what anybody says. I really liked Charlie, and I didn't really agree with a whole lot of his views, but he was an amazing role model for the kids. Yeah, that could be part of why. Ted East, hello. Christianity was accepted in Europe because it's better. Right. Well, and it's because it's truth. Christianity was only in the Middle East before it spread into Europe and Africa. Yeah, it spread for a reason. Hey, what's up, Southern Horsemen? Too many people think they know the Bible without having ever read the first verse. That God created the heavens and the earth? Yeah, no, it's crazy because like he wasn't controversial, true. And like, but that's the thing though, he was, because he proclaimed the truth of the gospel. And that's part of the reason why my Bible study leader, he picked John 15 for us to read tonight, because last week we just finished our study of Acts. So we didn't know where we were going to go next, but then this happened, and so, no, it wasn't John, wait, yeah, it was John 15, where Jesus teaches about the vine and the branches, right? And he said, and it says, if the world hates you, know that it hated me first. Dominic is calling you a virgin. That's actually a compliment, though. Even though I myself may not be a Christian, believe me, I thoroughly enjoyed a lot of Charlie's videos. I agree with them 100% a lot of things. Where the heck is Christopher T tonight? He's usually level-headed. What? Charlie was the evil in the Quran. Yeah. I'm not a globalist. We need borders, of course. Okay. You need to educate yourself and read who was persecuting believers in Christ, like Fox's Book of Martyrs, and of course the Bible, and the persecution from the Pharisees and religious leaders. The Pharisees and religious leaders, and from the Jews themselves. The Jews in Acts, they were constantly rioting and constantly trying to kill Paul. Yes, Full Metal Chad. I met Charlie 3 times, at least more than 3 times actually, because sometimes I didn't get pictures with him. But he knew who I was. Hey, Danny. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. R.I.P. to the legend. I know, the realest one. For real. For real. No cap. That's right. Also about the Jews in Acts. I know. They were always rioting. They were always trying to kill Paul. They hated him so much for preaching Christ. They really hated him. It's funny. Paul was taught by the Pharisees before being chosen by Jesus to spread the message. Yeah. I know. I hope they're held accountable. but it seems like some kind of like a deep state, like, and it's crazy because apparently Israeli news and like Netanyahu, they knew apparently before anyone else, before U.S. media or anything, that this had happened to Charlie. I remember listening to Charlie on AM radio for a while. Losing him hurts like losing Russia. Exactly. I know that's exactly what it's like. Because I've said this for years that Charlie KIRK is the new Rush Limbaugh. Like he admired Rush a lot, and I hope that they're in heaven together. Because I think that Rush was a Christian, wasn't he? Whatever happened to judge not, for be judged by thyself. Well, you just said it, Frank. You just said it, Frank. Judge not lest ye be judged, okay? That means don't hold someone to a standard that you would not hold yourself to. A lot of Muslims have called into YouTube and TikTok live celebrating. I'm sure Charlie KIRK spoke out against Islam a lot. There's an awful lot of judging going on here. Oh no, are we judging? Oh no. Yeah, he was just murdered. So yeah. Yeah, we're going to judge all of the people who are celebrating his death. Very judgmental and closed-minded. Yeah, I don't really care if you think that. Are you judging us by calling us judgmental and closed-minded? Yeah, I really don't care. Like, I really could not care less if you think that. Here's a hadith narrated by Aisha. The Prophet married her when she was 6 years old. Yeah, and I know, it's awful. There's a difference between judging someone and telling the truth, even if you disagree. Well, I really don't give a F what you think either, Miss Kazoo. Yeah, okay, Frank. Yeah. Some Muslims are very relaxed and get along with Christians, the ones from North Africa. Okay. Yeah, I'm judging. Bro said it's the fault of children being killed, so it's not the shooter's fault, it's Charlie's fault. He never said that. Where did he say that? Provide the video where he said that. Don't be a retard. I love how you people throw around that verse when you don't even understand it, and misquoting it, also understanding the context of the passage. Yeah, no, you're not being judged. You're people like to fall back on that, right? Like they're like, "Oh, you're judging me. Stop being so judgmental." When in reality, that's not what's happening at all, and it's ridiculous. Urinating in Muslims' ear. What are you talking about? That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I wasn't saying it in such a narcissistic way. I was just bringing it in a conversation. Oh yeah, you just wanted to have a conversation. Yeah, you just wanted to have a conversation. Didn't he say that if his 10-year-old daughter got raped, she was allowed to deliver the baby? Well, Charlie KIRK is pro-life. I guess. Charlie KIRK was pro-life, so, I mean, yeah, he wouldn't want any life to be terminated if the daughter is healthy. Yeah, that's real. That's real. You thought it was something nice to say? Yeah, no. Geez, some of you Christians think your ass doesn't stink, like you're so much better than everyone else, like you know everything and you've actually met God. The thing is that the people that you're likely talking about, if you're talking about people like me who go by the Bible, read the Bible, and make judgments based upon the Bible, if you're talking about people like that, yes, we do. We do act like we know God because we do, obviously. Whatever the man said you don't like, he's just using words a civilized society would know. Words don't condemn you to death. I'm talking about you. You have no sense of humor and you think you're right about everything. No, you don't. You sound like a pious a-hole. Yeah, you people are truly awful. Like a lot of you in the chat are truly awful. And yeah, I have no sense of humor. Are you talking about Frank? And I'm not saying you're truly awful. Oh, you think that I'm a Karen for caring about what the Bible says. Yeah, I'll be a Karen for the Bible. That's fine. Even on the very day and night of the assassination and cold-blooded murder of an innocent human being, there are still people who revel in lust in their own hatred for others. I know, it's very sad and sick. Hello, Barrick. Hello, Josh. Our hearts continue to go out to the KIRK family. Yes. No, I just get sick of some Christians that think they're better than everybody. I'm a Christian too, but I don't judge everybody. You don't judge. Okay. Well, if you don't judge, then how are you going to make anything of how are you going to know anything that's righteous? So you don't care about righteousness or like holiness or anything, okay? So that's good to know. We really need to teach American moral standards in this country to everyone, but especially immigrants. Yeah. He says he's no martyr. He's spread hate speech. Yeah, there's no such thing as hate speech. Yeah, just ban him. Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, Frank, you think you're better than God and more loving than God. Even though if you reference if you're a Christian, reference 1 John 14:6, God is love. So he gets to define what love is. Shan, it's not been proven who he was shot by. Yeah, I know. Chicken bone, it is very sad and sick. When did I say it was better than God? Well, that is what you are saying when you say that, oh, well, I don't judge. I don't judge. I just respect everyone. As if do you think that you're loving them by doing that? Do you think you're loving them by sending them to hell essentially? Yeah, he's so pompous. He really is pompous. John says, like Charlie Kirk had said before his death, we're all sinners undeserving of God's mercy. But because he loves us so much, he offered his only son's life for our salvation. Yeah, I hope more people can hear the gospel because of this. I see a lot of religious people and far leftists acting the same way. In a few years from now, you may grift to the pink hair lady. We need God in this country now more than ever. We must come together for peace. No, I try to be kind to other people or other beliefs. We're not taught to hate others. You people think your S don't stink. It's great you got to meet him. R.I.P. Charlie. R.I.P. R.I.P. For private use, one can censor. The problem is the Gov adopted the mythical hate speech crap. It's a communist tactic used as... Yeah, exactly, it is. Why am I not talking about the school? Well, that's obviously horrible too. But you can only talk about so many... It's like saying why are you talking about this thing and not that thing? Because I'm talking about this thing and not that thing. Charlie Kirk said empathy was a disease. Why are you showing him empathy? Follow his words. No, actually, he said that toxic empathy. You understand that you're not going to win this against me. I know this man's words. And I know you're not going to take him out of context. Yeah, he's rage baiting. You're probably right. He's trolling. Yeah. Right, we certainly don't want anyone to perish in their sins, so that's why we tell them about eternal life. Yeah. Gothic King Roche, at least Kirk had the balls to stand and die for what he believed in. R.I.P. Kirk. I know, he really, I know. Hi, Cookie. Mary wasn't an adulteress, actually. Yeah, no, Shan, you're an absolutely ridiculous fool. The Bible says when you debate people in subjects like this, we're seeing the demons come out with their comment. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, Shan, we're not doing that. Okay, get banned. Yeah. That's fine. No, Michael. Yeah, no. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Christopher. Trying to say that Mary was a whore or something, that's just gross. You're talking about you're talking about Mary, you're talking about our sister in Christ. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that Michael person. Yeah. Frank, I'm just done with like people's nonsense on this topic. Like, um, it's really it's really highly irritating, and like you think that yeah, he's Frank says F off to me. Okay, so how about why are you 10 years old, Frank? What are you, 10 years old, Frank? Shut the F up. Yeah, that's why he's like 50 years old and still single. So, bye. Yeah, I know, right? Get a life, dude. Get a life. Bye, Frank, you loser. So true. So true. So cringe. Yeah, like, these are the people who are like, oh, I'm a Christian. And then they're like, but I support all this unchristian stuff. Frank is frustrated. I don't ban him. Yeah, well, I did. So, evil tries to misquote and bring falsehoods to the ears of those seeking truth, but it is because they have given in their own lies, loathing, apathy, and narcissism. I will find myself still expecting to come across a short from KIRK every once in a while, for months probably. Yeah, well, you still probably will come across some. Scott is your best mod. So true, so true. Actually, I think No Sage might be my best mod, but Scott too. But Scott too, and you're good too, Christopher. You're good too. No Sage is funny. Yeah, he is. He's a good one. If anyone wants to attack Kazoo, then they'll be messing with the Patriots too. Kazoo is super intelligent and she will win every political topic. I don't know about that. You're hot-headed, Christopher? Well, yeah, it doesn't really seem like it. Do not debate her on pottery. So true. I will destroy you. I just don't tolerate the disrespect and have no problem with banning. So true. Oh, great. We got another retard. We got another retard who's in here laughing at Charlie Kirk's death. I literally just got a message from someone asking for how much do you sell one nude for? So disgusting. And it's like, come on. Like while I'm streaming this, come on. I'm going to be hearing people talk about this on campus all semester. What are you a sophomore or yeah, you must be a sophomore, right? Yeah, Tag, you're a disgusting person. You're absolutely disgusting. You look retarded, Raffle. Well, I don't think that, at least I don't think that, like, violence is okay. I mean, like, what a horrible person. Like, he says I look retarded. Like, come on. Come on. No. Didn't you hear? Weird internet guys want my nudes, so obviously. Tag team looks retarded in bandland, so true. Liberals took the word racism out of context and say he was a racist. Charlie was not a racist. Yeah, no, he obviously was not a racist, but no, also nobody should care if the left calls you a racist. Like if other people are gonna call you a racist, like whatever. Like nobody cares. Literally nobody cares. Yeah, yeah, JMO, that's true. There's only one race, it's called human. There are definitely differences. I don't know if you've seen the FBI crime statistics, but 1352 is not just a meme. Absolutely, JMO. Racism protects culture. Racism protests culture. Why do white countries have to have? Yeah, protects. Yeah, diversity, but other countries don't. Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Hey, trainee. Yeah, I think so too. Honestly, I had to drop a literature class already because I could not comprehend what I was supposed to be looking for. We were looking at representations of gender roles in the media over time. Oh my gosh. That is so dumb. That is so dumb and annoying. Yeah, trainee, honestly, it has to have been, right? Visual media too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm sure you had to look for oh, the lady was wearing a dress and that's bad because that reinforces traditional gender roles and we have to tear down the patriarchy. The professor began to shake when women in an 80s commercial were feminine. I'm sure. Because, they say that that's bad. Women being feminine is bad because of reasons. The left hates their own leadership. They hate everyone that doesn't agree, but most of all, they hate themselves. Oh, really? You think so? You think they hate themselves? Yeah, they probably do hate themselves. Well, according to the Bible, one is either Jew, Gentile, or part of the Church of God, consisting of anyone who has put their faith. Well, no, okay, listen. When it pertains to race, so if you look at that same verse, it also says one is either male or female. So are we going to say that that distinction also doesn't matter because all are one? Strong, uncontrollable physical reactions from this 50-year-old man. Oh my gosh. Your professor was a 50-year-old man. That makes it even worse, honestly. Because the mom in Leave It to Beaver made breakfast. That is, oh my gosh. That is so dumb. We have bigger problems than this, okay? We really do, truly. Feminism has rotted our women's brains. Yeah, for the most part, yeah. Yeah, he really drank the Kool-Aid. I guess so. That's just ridiculous. I feel bad for Frank, but he shouldn't attack you. Why? Why do you feel bad for Frank? I don't feel bad for Frank. Demoralized brats. Women are a major problem right now, a driving force behind many of the plights we face. Yeah, honestly, you're not wrong. He was a supporter and a regular. I mean, if you're gonna crash out at me like that, like, I have the right. I'm sorry, but I think he liked you, LOL. I know. I know he did, but I don't know what else to say. Hopefully when I retake the class, I'll have a different professor, but they're likely to be similar, because what kind of person becomes a literature professor? Yeah, exactly. Frank said he doesn't give an F what I think. So, white women's birth rate is below replacement. They instigate crazy men on the left to do violence. Hey, Elric. No, we're not doing well because Charlie Kirk was assassinated today. So we're really not doing very well. MSNBC truly disrespected the death of Charlie Kirk. I know. He did. I know they did. I'm not defending, just a shame it came to this. Yeah, it is a shame. Wait, so you're saying that white women are the one, so it's the fault of white women that these insane men are doing these things? What are you talking about? They, in summary, said he deserved it. I know. It was horrible. It was absolutely disgusting. Like, I mean, and they did the same exact thing with Trump, too. Hello, Stankenstein. Yeah, they need to be canceled. They really do need to be. The majority of videos of lefties celebrating and advocating for more are brainwashed women. I don't even know if I would call them brainwashed. I would just say that their hearts are just really dark. One too many abortions and SSRIs got them fucked up. Yeah, that's real. No, they know how precious life is. They don't care. They don't care about anyone's life. Imagine the view on the death of Charlie Kirk. Oh my gosh. Yeah, imagine what they would say. They really think they are the good guys. I guess so. I guess they do. I mean, honestly, like, just screw these people. They're just horrible. I have a hard time understanding the thoughts. Like, they're just horrible. They're just horrible. That's all it comes down to, really. JMO says Whoopi is a disgusting pig. So true. Years and decades on hormonal birth control pills screw up their hormonal cycles, yeah. In this world and in this life, there will be those who mock those who seek truth, peace, and love, but their souls are dead inside. Their lives are rotting because of their perversion for hate. I know, and the right is like too cucked to do everything about it. Hopefully now that we have, Trump in office. But I mean, if the people who some think did it actually did do it, then we're not going to see any justice. Kirk had no actual political position. Oh, you mean like he didn't hold office? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, position as in job. Yeah, I know. But he was waking up the youth, and that is what they were afraid of. Rosie O'Donnell, yeah, I know. Yeah. I really don't care about that fat pig, honestly. I haven't taken 2 different hormones for Hashimoto's for 10 years, and recently my doctor left the practice. And I am without one of my medications. Oh no, really? Right, he didn't enact policy. He was a big figure in the GOP, though. Loch Ness Monster puked Rosie up. So true, so true. Gosh, I've really been having a headache for like at least a couple hours now. That's the problem. Scotland doesn't want that trash. He may become president years down the line. Yeah. I mean, that's what Michael Knowles was saying, and that's what everyone who was close to him said. Glitchy Rhythm. He was a big figure in the GOP. No, he wasn't. He was popular because he was good at speaking and people agreed with him. Yeah, he was a big figure in the GOP. I am tired of hearing about Rosie O'Donnell. How is she even relevant anymore? Let her rot across the pond. I know. Yes, and honestly, I don't feel as though my heavier would ever be affected by something so trivial. Send her to the Middle East, poor Scotland. So true, so true. He had no political power outside of college students. So does Destiny or Hassan. I mean, okay, no, not really. He texted with lawmakers, like lawmakers consulted him, like I don't know what you're talking about. Lisa, I know, way too young. Way too young. Get some blue light blocker glasses. Doesn't even need to be prescription. I wonder how Morning Joe on MSNBC will react. I don't even care, honestly. He's just horrible. Every media outlet but Fox is basically laughing at this. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they're disgusting. And we're not going to be able to see. We're not going to be able to see Charlie Kirk like cover this. Like he's who I go to for news coverage. Like when Trump got shot, I watched him. I watched Jack Posobiec, like him and Jack, together streaming. I just subscribed to your YouTube channel, but it is late and I have to get up early, so I bid you and everyone else a good night. Take care, stay safe, keep positive, God bless. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate that. Newsmax, Real America's Voice, OAN are wonderful too. People that laugh, you get to see who the soulless are. I know. Yeah, the smirk. You've heard it said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy, but I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that they may be sons of your Father in heaven. Yeah, no, that's true. That is true, honestly. So the shooter, I mean, are we also obligated to pray for them if this was like an inside job type of thing? I guess so. A lot of people meet with politicians that don't have any major political power. He's an influencer. You're honestly just delusional. If you thought that, then you're really delusional. Yeah, thanks, Christopher. I appreciate that. Always loved watching Charlie Kirk on Real America's Voice at noon. I know. I'll miss him a lot too. I watched him every day. Yeah, you look really smart over there. Oh yeah, I'm super smart. I'm really an intelligent person. Yeah, I don't know if I probably shouldn't accept like any like super chats or anything, Scott. I don't want to pin that message. That wouldn't be appropriate. He was just an influencer, but he was directly tied to right-wing politicians. He influenced Trump's team and how they garnered so many votes. Literally. How long have you hated yourself? What? Yeah, sorry. I don't hate myself, so. Now Glitchy Rhythm is asking himself questions. Oh yeah, how long have you hated? Yeah, he's asking himself. What's on the inside is reflecting outward. Why do you fake the handicap? Oh my gosh. This is who these people are. This is who these people are. This is who these people have been reflecting themselves to be. Glitchy got real bitchy after he got corrected. So true. Yeah, Austin, I had brain surgery. Kazoo, how dare you grow a tumor on purpose? For shame. People that ask you why you don't hate yourself literally hate themselves. No, he asked why I do hate myself. Yeah, Scott, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you'll see news eventually. You'll see news, you'll see Trump do something, or you'll see something happen, and you'll think to yourself, I wonder how Charlie Kirk would react to this. It's so sad. Yeah, this is how you got banned on Twitch. Yeah. That makes sense. It's just horrible. These people are they're just deranged lunatics. Kirk would already have all of this figured out for us. True. Yeah, he would have. Except for if the culprit is the one that many people are thinking. Don't hate yourself. You don't really listen to others' voice, not your own. Yeah, I don't. Don't worry. I don't hate myself. He had great purpose in God's plan. Yeah, I mean, how many thousands and how many millions and billions came to know the gospel because of him? People have a culprit in mind. Some people do, yeah. Some people think it was a certain country in the Middle East that also was related to Epstein, and apparently the plan says this is his stop. Right, but I mean his death his death, just as everything else, will ultimately be used for God's glory. Which one? I am not up to date. Some country, yeah, a certain country, a certain one. Many people are saying. Harrison Smith just said that Harrison Smith said this a month ago, and if you look at some of the things that he said in light of this, like, it makes a lot of sense. Innumerable how many were led to Christ through him. More will continue down that road, even more so now. His videos aren't going anywhere. Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah, it's obviously a tragedy, and nobody denies that, obviously. I know, he was huge. He was like 6'5". He was 6'5". I'm average height. He was 6'5". Bro was literally 6'5". 6'5", really? Are you sure you aren't 4'11"? I'm positive. Yeah, no, I'm absolutely positive. Hey, Night Vibes. Yeah, no, that's not what's going on. This is a vigil. This is a vigil for Charlie Kirk. So loved he the world that he gave us his son. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Who yielded his life in atonement for sin. Yeah, he did. It's true. That was always your favorite gospels. Oh, is that a song? Okay. Because, I mean, that's part of the Bible. So. That is a good height. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty average. So, but yeah, he's 6'5". So. He's very tall. Yeah, it's literally unbelievable that he was assassinated. It's literally unbelievable. There was one guy in my Bible study. He didn't even know that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. He did not even know. And this guy is like a super, he's like a super like Zionist dispensationalist type of guy. And I'm just like, bro. Hey, Land645. Oh, yes, I don't remember who put that verse into a hymn. This, like, well, I mean, what do you want me to do, bro? Like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to cover the camera the whole time, Night Vibes? I know, trying to bring some lightheartedness in Louisiana. We have this thing at funerals where everyone sings and is happy because heaven is a better place to be when the saints go march. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, as long as the person is a Christian, which Charlie was. Which he definitely was. How dare you use the background as a background? SMH, I know. People who have vigils, when people have vigils, what they do is they have, like, you have pictures of the person, and then they have people speaking. So that's basically what happens. So that's basically what I'm doing, except for it's digital. Yeah, Night Vibes, just say that you don't like Charlie Kirk. I'm not even seeing the messages from this Night Vibes person. He gone. Yes, Scott Messenger banned him. Thank you, Scott. He deserved it. He deserved it 100%. Hi, Alan. I'm sure his wife and kids, yeah, I'm sure they do have a good support system. I know that Erica's mom moved to Phoenix when Erica was 5, and she was a single mom. But that's not what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if Erica's dad is in the picture or not. Hey, Ryan. Yeah, hey, that one guy. Yeah, the video of it, I know. I saw it too. It was so graphic and it was just horrible. Like, that's me in the photo. Yeah. That is not something you want to see. Why did they put generative AI in autocorrect? What? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know how anyone wants to watch that. It's just horrible. I know some people saw it live. Yeah, I know. Nobody thought that was gonna happen that day. Nobody went there and thought that was gonna happen except for the few people that planned it. Your brother showed you without any warning. Oh my gosh. The video is far worse than the execution videos the weird kid in middle school would try to show everyone. I don't even know what that would. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. Like, the close-up video, like, I saw someone saying that it was AI and that it wasn't real. He didn't get to answer the question. That's true. I think the question was, like, why are there so many, like, trans shootings? If it turned out to be a trans person who did it, that would be insane. That would really be horrible. There's a post from a student named Omar yesterday that said that Kirk was coming to school and this would happen. Yeah, I saw that, they said that it was I don't know. Yoda to Jesus. Yeah, rip Charlie indeed. R.I.P. I know, it doesn't feel real. That's true. And the old guy's name that was arrested was Ahmed. Wasn't he white? This is Utah. That's not common. There was somebody else who got arrested a couple years ago. The old guy must have just wanted to die for unrelated reasons. The old guy with his pants down was a decoy for the real killer to get away. Yes, 100%. Yeah, people keep saying that, and that makes sense. He was a decoy. Then there must have been another decoy too. Never went to Utah. The Mormon stuff kept me away. Beautiful state, just strange people. Yeah. He worked for TTI doing SEO for Jordan and a company named what? Benito, you're a disgusting person. You're a disgusting person. Bye. Gilbert, Arizona has a lot of Mormons. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Gilbert and Mesa. Yeah, Benito is absolutely filth. It was a white, half bald-headed man that had been down. Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely white. He definitely look white. Look white to me. I don't know. He wasn't white? Oh. It is a beautiful state. Yeah. Strange. Yeah. You have his profile? Oh. Well, I don't know then. Yeah, people have no respect. Absolutely. Yeah. Kazoo winding down. Yeah, that's real. When did I met him in I met him a couple times since basically between 2022 and 2024. And I know that he knew me. Like this man knew me. Like we followed each other on Twitter. But more than that, he saw me all the time around events, all the time. And he looked at me in passing. He's looked at me before, and he said I see what you're doing, keep it up, They're already making memes about it on Reddit. Oh, of course they are. I hope the people who are in the front row are okay psychologically. That has got to be like really, oh my gosh, horrifying. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Seeing that in person with no headline to prompt it must have been just the word. Yeah, I know. Seeing that in person, and these people were probably fans of him too, if they were in the front row. Reddit is a cesspool. Absolutely. Like, we all saw it in a video with a title context, but they were simply exposed to a tragedy on the Wednesday afternoon. I know. Hey, John Jones. Oh, thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. Good night, Lord help them. I'm gonna have to go too, guys. Like, oh yeah, no, there's no snow. Definitely not. No, it was just a white tree. So yeah, I have a headache. It's been a wild day, like it's been a wild 12 hours for sure. Hey, Tony. I have no idea what kind of leaves they are, Cookie. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm definitely probably gonna pop a couple Advil, like, because I just cannot with. It's just getting worse. So yeah, I'm just hoping. I just am just heartbroken for his family, like poor family of Charlie Kirk. Thank you, Tasty T. I appreciate that. Oh, man. Oh, you've been downvoting like crazy. Yeah. All right, everyone. Charlie Kirk was uniquely hated because he was proclaiming the gospel. He was proclaiming conservative values, but not devoid from Christ like some do, like most people do. Yeah, he wanted to be remembered by his faith. Well, he definitely is. All right, everyone. How old are his kids? They're 3 and 1. No, he had a daughter and a son, guys. He had a daughter and a son. It's absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. Yeah, he was hated because he wasn't preaching Christless conservatism. He was preaching Christ, and he was a net benefit to Christianity, to the conservative movement, to everything. And we have to go on. We have to go on for Charlie. We have to carry the mantle forward for him. So, thank you all for watching the stream tonight. Thanks for joining in and participating in the digital vigil. And we'll talk again later. Thank you.